Hi everyone watching, my name is Vanessa. Today I'm going to do a pick a card reading for you on how do they feel about you versus how do they feel about them. If you're in a third party situation, I do want to give kind of like a little bit of a trigger warning because it's not going to feel very good to hear some of these things. So keep that in mind if you're like not in the right mind space. If this is kind of a fresh situation, I would definitely not watch it if it's going to trigger you or make you feel things you don't want to feel. Alternatively, I definitely recommend watching this if you're in like you want to know what's going on, you want to stop back and forth, like you're done playing games type of thing. I would definitely recommend you to watch it if that's your mindset right now. If you want to rip off the band-aid or anything like that. We're just gonna get started. Pile number 1 is the rose quartz. Pile 2 is the red jasper, and then pile 3 is the blue kyanite. Yeah, go ahead and skip to your reading now. Hi, pile number 1. If you picked the rose quartz, this reading is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you missed my whole spiel, this doesn't have to resonate with everyone. This is a generalized reading. It's kind of hard to resonate. It's kind of hard to make it resonate with everyone because of all the energies. If this is a sensitive topic for you, I would definitely maybe reconsider watching this because some of these topics and things I'm gonna say aren't like what you're gonna want to hear. But to start off, let's just get into it. How do they feel about you? Well, they think you're like super vivacious, like you light up a room, you're authentic, you're feminine, you're independent, you speak your mind, you're warm, you're passionate, you're talented. Like they think you're like unforgettable. They think you're super talented and gifted. Like they low-key think so highly of you. Like they see you in such a nice light. Yeah, they really like how like independent you are, how you speak your mind, how you're not afraid of like to tell it like it is. You're not afraid of your emotions. You're not afraid of who you are. So they see you as a queen. Like you're in this queen energy, and that's how they see you. How they kind of feel about this connection is that they realize that you guys can achieve happiness together. You guys can live a life that brings you satisfaction and kind of like a good family life. But they feel like they've lost you. So they feel these great things about you. They think your connection is really great. Yet they're insecure about how you are currently feeling about them. I feel like you might have cut them off, or you guys could be in no contact or something right now that isn't flowing. But if you cut them off, like I'm sure it's for a good reason. So while they're feeling all these like warm sentiments, all these, oh, we can build a family together, yet there was a reason why they were cut off, or there's a reason why it's not working out. And also there's someone else involved, so like, it's kind of frustrating, I feel. But they just feel like they don't have enough to offer you, like whether it's time or effort or their financial status. So while they want to do this whole family life, while they want to build something stable with you, they're also kind of scared that they're not ready for it, that they're not ready for you, that they don't have enough to offer you because they feel like you're in just this high energy where like you are mature and like it's kind of tough. They just in general though, they feel like they lost you. Like they feel a little abandoned by you. But I feel like if we're here and there's a third party involved, if there's another person involved, then you're right in letting them go and leaving and abandoning them. Yeah, I feel like you definitely kind of ended or slowed down this connection. But they feel very protective of you. They feel protective of your connection, whether it's a friendship or whatever situation you guys were in. They kind of feel protective of you and that. Like, they really like what you guys had. Like, they kind of feel like you're their home. Like, you're their home base. Like, they feel at home with you. Like, when they think of you, they think of home. So they have, like, all these warm feelings towards you. But if you have to protect yourself and get out of the situation because it hurt too much, like, that is fine. That is okay. You are in your right. You are more than justified in doing that. But that's how they feel about you. Um, let's see how they feel about the other person. We have the Knight of Wands, which is really interesting because they see you as the Queen of Wands and they see them as the Knight of Wands. So, like, not to, like, say nothing bad about this person, but, like, clearly, you know, a queen and a knight. So that's where I'm gonna leave it at, because I don't want to, like, be mean to this other person, because I don't know what the situation is there. But they kind of see you in a higher light. That's what I'll say. But they see them as ambitious. They see them as very action oriented. So I feel like this person could be kind of a little bit of a spitfire. So they're pretty enthusiastic. They can be impulsive, and your person feels like the other person kind of rushes into things. Like, maybe they need to, like, kind of hone in their rational thinking and think a little more logically, or a little less, like, they need to jump the gun less. And then how they're feeling about their connection, they kind of want to take things slow. Your person is not in a rush. They kind of want to see how things progress. But they do kind of feel committed to getting to know this person, or if they're in a relationship, they do feel committed to that relationship. But they just feel very slow in their movements and their actions. They're not in any rush. But again, there's a little bit of commitment going on here. So I don't know, like, where where they're at with each other, but your person feels committed. And again, whether that's getting to know them or in their connection or whatever the situation may be, I feel like your person's not, like, wishy-washy. Your person's pretty stable. There's also a level of acceptance that your person has done. They accept the truth of the matter. I don't know what that could possibly mean with the Seven of Swords. I'm a little confused. Because, like, what are they accepting? But again, they're committed to this. I feel like your person is committed to seeing it through. Whatever it is that they got themselves into with this new person or this other person. But they do feel, like, wonder. Like, they do feel good, and they do like this person, and there's a sense of wonder within them. So maybe because this person is kind of, full of life in a different way, because they think you're vivacious, but in a different way, they feel wonder, and, like, maybe there could be endless possibilities with this person. Maybe it's new, so new that they're, like, committed to getting to know them, committed to seeing it through, see what happens, even though they think they're a little immature, but they do like them, and they want to see where it goes. Also, I think that your person may be thinking with their genitals, so they might be attracted to this person sexually, and this connection is a little unbalanced, and possibly not what your person needs, but your person may not realize it, or they do. I'm not sure, but this connection is a little imbalanced. Yet your person still feels like coming towards this person. Yeah. So, I'm gonna pull a advice card for you, so we can kind of get a sense of, like, how you should handle this situation. Sorry, my chair's loud, so if you're hearing all kinds of creaking and all kinds of random noises. That's my chair. So for pile number 1, what is? I'm gonna shuffle off camera because like it's a hassle to shuffle on camera. I'm sorry. We need some advice for pile number 1. What should they do in this connection? What should they do in this connection? For pile number 1. What should they do about this connection? What should they do about? Oh my God. I am struggling over here. Oh my God. All the cards want to come out. What should pile number 1 do about this connection? Should they hold on hope? Should they let them go completely? I feel like some of you guys already started the process of letting this person go because you're like, this connection is great, but I'm not going to stick around and feel second best. Because honestly, they do feel more, I don't know, I feel like yours and their connection might be a little bit deeper at this stage. Oh my God, I can't get a single card. Okay, there we go. Encouragement. Uh-oh. I don't know how I feel about that card because that's kind of, let me double check the meaning of it because I don't know these cards that well, but that's kind of giving me like encouragement for what? I think this is that whatever you are doing correct. Whatever steps you are taking, you are on the right path. So honestly, if you have taken steps to let this person go, because I feel like you have, they feel like you have for sure, like you're letting them go, like you're moving on, I think that is, you are being encouraged by the universe to continue, to keep moving forward. You're going in the right direction. So that's what this is telling you. Whatever you're doing now towards this connection, especially if you're letting this person go, definitely keep doing that because it's only going to bring you happiness and contentment. Because even if you have a great connection with this person, if they're off entertaining somebody else, like this isn't for the person for you right now. Like if there was cheating involved, this definitely isn't the person for you right now. So keep that in mind, that you're headed the right direction. I wish you the best. I hope this brought you some kind of clarity, some kind of peace. I hope it didn't hurt your feelings too much. And subscribe if it resonated with you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Pile number 2, welcome. If you chose the red jasper, this reading is for you. A little disclaimer that it's hard to tap into everybody's energies. Like this reading doesn't have to resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, this could be triggering for some people. If you have any hurt in this connection, it could be really fresh. And so just, be mindful if you know that you're ready to listen to this message or not. But we're just going to get started with how they feel about you, what they think about you, what they feel about this connection. They think you're a very, it's so funny because pile number 2 got this for the other person, but how they feel about you is you're ambitious, you're action oriented, you're enthusiastic, but there can be a little bit of impulsiveness, maybe a little immaturity. You don't always think rationally as much as you should. Like you kind of leap before you think, and that can kind of scare them a bit. I feel like you're a very fiery person. Like you don't really hold back. Like you are who you are, and you kind of just like live your life like that. In this connection, their emotions are a little bit repressed towards you. I think that there's like a need for healing, which is funny because we have the healing energy over here. There's a need for healing. And this connection is definitely unstable. And if you don't feel that way, they feel it's very unstable. They feel like at times they could say something and you just like, you will go off. Like they feel like you have a hairpin trigger, and at the fucking slightest amount of pressure, you will go off and just, you will give them a piece of your mind with no holding back. And that kind of scares them. They also feel like, I feel like you guys could have been in a serious relationship or like in a relationship of sorts, where if you guys broke up, or maybe you're not broken up, there's something about it that feels incomplete. Like there's regret, there's a lack of closure. It just feels kind of incomplete with the world in reverse. They feel like you guys cannot come into union, you guys will not come into union, and yet it still feels incomplete. But at one point they felt like you were magic. Like they were so wrapped into your energy, your chaotic energy. They had so many good feelings. They just thought like you were the way to happiness, that they could be happy if they could just be with you and find this connection. However, I feel like maybe they relied too much on you for their happiness, and that kind of caused some issues in this connection. But there's a lot of healing that is being done, either by you, by them, together, about this connection. Maybe you've met someone that kind of helps, get your mind off of them. They've definitely met someone that gets their mind off of this connection. But yeah, a lot of healing is being done, a lot of much needed healing. So maybe when you guys were together, there was a lot of wounds that were opened and that type of situation. Now we're gonna get into how they feel about the other person. I'm sorry if this hurts you. If at any point it's just too much, honestly, don't finish it because it's intense. So, with the Three of Cups, they feel like this person is the life of the party. Like, they're very social. They're extroverted. They're super creative. They just feel so much fun when they're around this person. And I think they also do a lot of social activities together. Like, they might go to parties. They might go to get-togethers. They might go out. They have a lot of fun together. I wonder if this person, your person, relies too much on others for their happiness. Like their happiness isn't internal, it's external, and that could be an issue, and that could be why you guys might have not worked out. Because I do get a little sense of that, of like they have these unrealistic views and unrealistic expectations that they put onto others, and when these people can't meet them, because people aren't fucking perfect, right? People aren't, people are real, humans are flawed. And I feel like once that happens, like the people that they put on this pedestal kind of come tumbling down, and then your person's kind of depressed and like, woe is me, and like, I will never find the one. Anyways, I digress. Let me know if that resonates, but for some of you guys. But they live in fantasy land sometimes. They get tempted by these false visions of people that they put on pedestals. So if this person cheated on you, if this person left you for that other person, like, it's not about you at all. Your person just needs to find happiness inside, within, and they haven't done that yet. So they're looking for always the next best thing, even if it isn't the next best thing, right? Like, this person isn't better than you. You're not lacking anything, except maybe you need to heal. But it's not about you. Put it that way. Yeah, because with the Star card, your person feels very hopeful about this situation with this new person or this person. They just know that they want to pursue this. Whether or not it's real or deep or genuine, they just know that they want to be with this person right now. Because this person honestly brings them a lot of happiness. I feel like your person might be someone that really, really, really needs external happiness, so they find someone that's like vibrant and fun. And because I feel like you are a very fun person too, you like to go on adventures and stuff like that, and that's what drew your person to you. And that's what drew this person to them. Like maybe your person doesn't really have as much friends as they wish they would, but this person brings them into their circle and introduces them to their social sphere, and your person really likes that. But they might party a lot. They just go to a lot of social events, a lot of love of social life, and like the fun stuff, the fun side of life. So a lot of indulgence and frivolous and fun activities and stuff like that. Abundance. There's a lot of, they can make each other happy. And I know that kind of hurts to hear because you want to make them happy, I'm sure, or you guys have, or you, at one point you wanted to make them happy, but they have they feel like they're abundant within this connection, and I feel like there is abundance in this connection, and whether or not your person will be disappointed in the end, for right now, they make each other happy. And let's get an advice card for you, because I do kind of feel like you are better off kind of removing yourself from the situation if you still talk to them, if you're still in connection with them. If you are being cheated on currently, please leave. That's not love. I would shuffle on camera, but like, my god. It's so annoying to shuffle on camera. But what advice does pile number 2 need? Should pile number 2 leave? Should they stay? What is going on? Sacred Pool. I've never pulled that card before because this deck isn't very old. So we're going to read from the book for this. Sacred Pool. Let us see. Sacred Pool. Okay. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love, self-esteem. We are all works in progress, so a detached self-examination with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the Sacred Pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to protect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you and know that it is cast upon the waters. It will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success will be yours, whatever your inquiry. Wow. Okay, so what that was saying is that right now you need to focus on yourself. You need to take a look in the mirror. Figure out who you are. Figure out if you're happy with what you see. Work on yourself. Self-love, self-esteem. And then you will receive everything that you put into yourself back tenfold. So within yourself, within your life, you will gain abundance. So I hope that helped. Pile number 2, thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please subscribe. I hope it wasn't too hurtful and that this helped you out. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome. If you chose the blues kyanite, this reading is for you. I do want to let you know that if you are in a fragile state of mind from this connection, please don't listen to it. Please pick another video. I don't want your feelings to be hurt too bad. But we're just gonna get started with how they feel, how they see you. So let's see. This person, okay, first of all, before we get started, just so you know, I did get the vibes, the energy that you guys have been in a deep connection. Like, this isn't just someone shallow that you're inquiring about, like a random crush. So if this is a random crush or someone that you haven't really been through a lot of stuff with, this reading isn't for you, because this is a deep connection that that has caused, whoa, the cards are kind of messed up. Wait up. God, I'm all over the place with this reading. Okay, this person is someone that you have gone through a lot with. This is a very triggering twin flame. Okay, I never say the words twin flame because it's not something that you want. Twin flame connections bring out the worst. They bring out the worst in you. They help you heal. They prepare you for I feel like your real true love, or your soulmate, or who you're meant to be in the long run, whatever you believe. But your twin flame is someone you meet that pulls the worst parts of you out of you, and you pull the worst parts of them out of them, and you guys are in this tumultuous, not healthy relationship. So when you see like twin flame, like, you don't really want that kind of connection. If you've already had it, like, congratulations, you got it over with. But this connection to me feels very, very much like twin flame. Very up and down, very chaotic, there's a lot of just a rough relationship. So if that sounds like your relationship and you're still here, please let me know in the comments. So your person has felt very limited and restricted in this connection, yet at times they feel liberated and like loved by you, and they've learned so much from this connection. Like, they've learned how to love, how to not love, a lot of pain. I don't know, I feel like your person could switch between being really loving and really kind and like, I want to be with you and only you, and then they don't do that, and then they want to be free and explore other options, and sometimes they want you back and other times they don't. If you guys are in separation, if you guys are together, I would definitely rethink what a healthy relationship is, and if you want a healthy relationship, because I don't feel like this connection is very healthy at this time. They feel like you're immature, like you are emotionally unstable. So trigger warning already. Please only watch this if you feel like you're in the mind space to do so. However, I feel like with this, like, they feel like you can sometimes be depressed and like operate at a low vibration. Like, sometimes you're just depressed and unhappy, but other times you might be really happy and yet you're immature. This could also be them. I feel like with you guys, you can mirror each other a lot, so the fact that they feel this way about you is probably because they are this way as well. God, there's so much here. And then with the Devil card, I feel like you guys have had a very, like, someone has an addictive personality, maybe both. I know this is the Capricorn card, but for some reason it's just very Scorpio to me, because a lot of Scorpios have, not a lot, some Scorpios have issues with a lot of substance abuse and a lot of addiction, and this card is kind of like an addiction card. So I feel like at times you guys kind of felt like you guys were enslaved to each other, like you just couldn't let each other go, like you guys were clinging on so tight for fear, because of fear. And you guys also might have participated in like recreational drugs together, recreational drugs and sex, like overindulgence of food, just overindulgence of non-productive stuff. You guys could have made each other stall in life, and not really help each other grow. But there is a sense of familiarity between you guys, a sense of security, which is why maybe you guys haven't let each other go yet, is because them in specific, they kind of feel so secure, like you'll always be there for them. That's why they could always come crawling back to you, because they want to let this go. They don't feel good either. You don't feel good. No one feels good in this connection. And one of you guys tries to move on, but then it's like, oh, but I feel at home in their arms. It's sure sex. It's sure comfort. It's sure cuddles. Like, it's just, you guys have been through so much. Have you ever heard of trauma bonding? I feel like this could be the case. Like, maybe your fights were so traumatic and you form a bond over this. This also happens to domestic abuse violence survivors. In their relationship, sometimes it's so hard for them to leave because they have bonded over this trauma that they have given each other, or that one person has given to the other person. But yeah, a lot of duality, a lot of like, they're probably really fucking great sometimes, and then other times they're really fucking not great. And you could be the same way, right? Because there's a lot of mirrored actions. So if they still contact you and they still come back to you and they're still up and down, it's because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose the security that you bring to them. We're going to move on into how they feel about the other person. Please, this pile is like really rough. Please let me know if it resonates. So for how they feel about the other person, they feel like the other person is really balanced. The other person could have kids. They could be a single parent, and they feel like they're balanced and busy, and they're changed from you. They're not like you, and they could like that. That they're a good provider for their children. However, they don't see this connection very like a strong connection. They don't see it as a deep connection. Like, they think the person's cool, and like, it's cool that they're independent and, you know, have their shit kind of together, but they're kind of unsure about the connection. They're anxious, unsure if they're good enough for this person. In general, I think your person has self-esteem issues. Whether they tell you or not, they have feelings of like not being good enough. Especially in this case, they feel like they're not good enough for this person. And their person is your person's person. Hope that makes sense. Is in hermit mode, meaning they're not really giving much or talking much to your person, and it can leave your person feeling very anxious and insecure. I think your person's not in a great place in their life right now. I'm not sure if you are, but I feel like your person definitely isn't. They could be engaging in self-destruction behaviors. Overall, they're not in a great frame of mind, space, life. Like, they kind of need to focus on themselves, and I feel like they're focusing on other people. Power. So I wonder if your person has ever done things to you to make themselves feel powerful, and that can be kind of like in a toxic way or an abusive way. Just overall, just not very. Your person just sometimes feels small, and they need to do things to make themselves feel bigger. This energy is so low. Your person vibrates at such a low frequency. It's rough. And I feel like maybe their person, the person they're interested in, kind of sees that, and so they're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna back away from this person. They're kind of like icky. But this is a lesson to be learned for your person. Maybe that the grass isn't always greener, that they need to focus on themselves, that they need to learn from this and move on. Good or bad, this is something. Sorry about that. Had a little interruption. Yes. I'm gonna pull some oracle cards from the Enchanted Map oracle cards. I'm gonna shuffle off camera because shuffling on camera is like so rough for me. And I'm gonna pull some advice for you on what you should do about this connection, about, you know, something to give you a little bit of peace of mind. But if you are in separation from this person, I definitely focus on moving on. Focus on yourself and what makes you happy. Because your person is their energy. They can't be I feel like they really shouldn't be with anyone anyway. But for pile number 3, can we get some advice? So weird. Pile number 3. That came out so fast. Coming apart. You guys, I'm gonna read from the book just so we can really understand. But I really think this is telling you that you should move away from this person. You should be apart. You guys should not be in connection. This is not something that brings you happiness. The coming apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, dissolution, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. My God, this sums it up so perfectly. This connection isn't serving you. You need to move away. If they are asking you to separate, you should take that and run with it. Sometimes it's really hard for us to do the breaking up, but if someone else does it, don't beg. Take it as a blessing. I'm sure it's a blessing, and move on. Get your shit and go. Like you need to leave this situation. You need to be out of this connection. It is not good for anyone involved, and it would be better for both of you guys. I'm sorry I'm putting it so bluntly out there, but these cards, this is what they're telling me, and I'm gonna tell it to you because I feel like, there's been times where I've stayed in connections that I shouldn't have for fear of losing someone because you care so deeply about them. But if the connection isn't serving both of you guys, then what are you doing? Go out there and heal yourself, love yourself, make room for the new love, make room for the new person that's gonna bring you everything you deserve. Pile number 3, if this resonated with you, please comment and subscribe. It really helps to see encouragement to keep doing this, that you guys resonate with this, that it helps you out in some way. I really hope this helped you out because this pile is very fucking triggering. My God. I'm sorry if you're in a really bad situation, and I really hope you find the strength to leave and you lean on your friends and family for love and support. I'll see you next time, pile number 3.